Moment for the history books from Capitol Hill today. The House of Representatives voted to remove New York Congressman George Santos from office. He joins just a handful of lawmakers throughout U.S. history who have been removed. ABC's Liz Landers tells us how the vote went down.
For only the sixth time in U.S. history, a member of Congress has been expelled from the House of Representatives.
2/3 voting in the affirmative, the resolution is adopted.
105 Republicans and 206 Democrats voted to remove Santos, who left the floor of the House before the vote had even finished, telling reporters on his way out,
"I no longer have to answer some legal questions to you guys."
Republican House leadership did not vote to remove Santos, with Speaker Mike Johnson expressing concern about that precedent in recent days. Florida Representative Byron Donald saying he was frustrated with the process.
I am not saying what George Santos is accused of is good, but he is allowed to have it adjudicated in court like every citizen of our country.
But a number of House Republicans led the effort in recent weeks to expel their colleague, the third attempt at doing so.
There's a standard of conduct that we are going to uphold. George Santos, former member of Congress, fell very short of that.
And Democrats voted overwhelmingly to do so, too. They pointed out that Santos is facing 23 felony charges to which he's pleaded not guilty.
And let's remember that George Santos is likely to go to jail.
Republicans now with an even slimmer majority in the House as they try to move critical pieces of legislation, like additional aid for Israel and Ukraine, in the coming weeks.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul has 10 days from being notified of the vacancy to announce a special election, which she says she is prepared to undertake. By New York law, that election must take place in the next 3 months. Iowa Representative Zach Nunn was one of those who voted to oust Santos. After the vote, Nunn said, quote, "Those who serve in elected office should be held to the highest possible ethical standard." George Santos probably couldn't even find the word ethics in a dictionary. Congresswoman Marionette Meeks also joined in on the vote to expel. Meeks said in a statement, "I do not take this vote lightly, but I believe that we must act on our values and condemn the criminal activities of George Santos, which are not befitting of a member of Congress." She went another step further, saying the Senate should also consider the expulsion of Senator Robert Menendez, who has been indicted for allegedly taking bribes.